Shalom, this is Apostle Ricard. I'm back again with another quick little impromptu video. And Abaratazah, I'm going to try to make this one as short as possible. I'm going to start by saying Barakatah Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Waat the water, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, for blessing us with this knowledge and the truth, man. Okay, the Lord blessed us. The Lord woke us up. The ones of us that are in this truth, man, truly in the truth. I'm not talking about guys just because you know you an Israelite and you grow a beard or you put a turban on your head or you wear a shield, you walk around looking like the Israelite Mr. T, you know, with menorahs hanging off your neck, a giant shields of David hanging off your neck. Oh, you got your border of blue and fringes on on the job. That don't make you an Israelite. Yeah, that's the appearance of an Israelite, right? But we're not in our kingdom yet. That's number one. See, back in our kingdom, yeah, the scriptures talk about the gold and the phylacteries and the things we wore, you know, back in the ancient world when we were ruling during the time of the kings of Israel that you read about in the scriptures in the Old Testament, right? During the time of King Saul, when King Saul was ruling in his power. When King David was ruling in his power, then after King David came King Solomon ruling in his power. And then even the time of Jeroboam and Rehoboam, Israel was in their power ruling, even though a split came down, but Israel was still in a form of a power. During the time of Samuel, during the time of Samson, the judges of Israel, that's when we was flossing like that. We had a form of power to fight back and be Israelites and all that. The book of Kings is in the scriptures, right? That wasn't, but there were different kings that ruled. You had King Josiah. You had different kings. During the time of the book of Kings, when the kings were ruling, when Israel was in its power, that was the time for you to floss and have the gold and the phylacteries and you know what I mean? But then when Israel went into captivity, see, but that's why Yahweh Shai had a problem with the wicked scribes and Pharisees, because at that time, when Yahweh Shai was on the earth himself, Israel was not in their power. It was an appearance of power, because the person that was sitting on the throne of the king of Israel was a fucking Edomite. A tear, man. Right? You see what I'm saying? So, right? We had to answer to Pontius Pilate. Right? We had to answer to Pontius Pilate. Yeah, we had the so-called fake king of Israel. For whatever reason, his name is escaping me right now. I can't believe that. You know, sometimes Satan be fucking with us, fucking with our minds and shit. Herod was not an Israelite, but he was the king of Israel during that time. His father was an Edomite. He was an Edomite. And his mother was an Israelite woman. Your mama don't make you an Israelite, man. The woman, your mama ain't nothing but the earth that you plant a seed in, man. Okay? Wherever a man stick his, I must come raw. Wherever a man stick his dick and bust off into a woman, the baby is of whoever the father's line is, man. Okay? I don't give a fuck about the mother. And the mother could be anybody. Okay? The mother, it could be a black woman. It could be a white woman. It could be a Chinese woman. It could be an East Indian woman. It could be an African woman. I'm using the modern day terminologies. So if we got brothers that don't understand the ancient terminologies, they could get it. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? If you have an Israelite man of Israel, of the tribes, whether he be of the elect or whether he be of the 2/3, it don't matter. I mean, if you're of the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, on until the tribes, you could be a Mexican dude, you could be a black dude, you could be a Puerto Rican dude, you could be a Native American dude, whatever. And you go and you have sex with a woman of another nation, or Israel, even amongst the tribes. Even amongst the tribes. Because let's say if you a Judite, a so-called Negro black dude, and you have sex with a Mexican woman who's an Israelite woman, right? That's another Israelite woman. And you have sex with her, and you pop her, and she get pregnant, And let's say, for whatever reason, it's happened, it's the genes. All your children come out looking just like Mexicans. You have a son, you have a daughter, but they don't look like you. They come out looking just like their mother. They come out looking just with the straight hair, looking the features. They come out looking just like their Mexican mother. Those babies, even though they look like Mexicans or Issachar, they're still Judah. They're Judah. That's just the way that works. They're still of the line of Judah. They're from the tribe of Judah. You understand? Or if you have a Mexican man deal with a black woman, and he pop up, but the babies, her genes are more dominant, and the babies come out looking just like her. They come out looking like two little Negroes with woolly hair, dark skin. Guess what? Those babies are not Judah. They Issachar. They're so-called Mexican. They're Issachar. See, but that's how that works. I just wanted to bring that little point out. That's what. But people of this world don't get that, and that's even amongst the tribes. But it don't matter because all those kids are still Israelites. But anyways, that applies to the other nations too. So Herod, he was an Edomite. He was not an Israelite. And furthermore, he had but them wicked, evil scribes and Pharisees, they endorsed him being on the throne. That would have never happened. But the Romans, when they endorsed that, they wanted that puppet leader up in there. You see what I mean? And that was the reason why all that was going on back in 2,000 years ago when Yahweh Shai was on the earth. We was in captivity. The northern kingdom, we had already left. We was already over here on this side of the world. But those are still our people, right? Israelites. But the southern kingdom was in captivity. You had to answer to Pontius Pilate. Because before they could crucify Yahweh Shai, they had to do what? They brought him before the high priest. And what did the high priest do, right? They said, take him before Pontius Pilate and accuse him of treason against the Roman throne. You see what I mean? And those are all these same wicked niggas that are back here today. And as I said before, man, we living during the time of Noah all over again. Because wickedness is exceedingly seeped over the whole earth, man. And this is why the Lord, I always quote this scripture, Amos 9:8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, because the Lord is going to destroy the majority of Jacob, and you can already see that gumbo pot staring. The Lord going to use Esau to come down on Jake hard, starting with the tribe of Judah. He already came down on the northern kingdom, Issachar and Zebulun and Asher and Naphtali, you know, them Venezuelans and the Mexicans. You see how they came down. But now you got niggas stabbing white women on the train randomly. You got the other nigga walking around in Chicago punching white, and for whatever reason, but they doing that on purpose. These Edomites are getting stirred up. But we always been prophesying there was going to be a race war. But these niggas, they talking all that bullshit. They ain't ready for no race war. These Edomites, man, they got drones. They got like RoboCop technology, robot dogs. Man, all they could do is just drop a bomb on the fucking ghetto. They don't even got to send no real human soldiers in. They can send drones and robots in there. These niggas they don't know what they asking for, man. But the Lord, that's Isaiah 29:10. For the Lord hath poured upon you the spirit of deep sleep and have closed your eyes, your prophets and your seers, your rulers. That's all you so-called, y'all so-called black, the people like Al Sharpton, these so-called liberal black leaders, you know, the new age so-called Martin Luther Kings, self-proclaimed leaders of the black community. But guess what? I just watched some shit. Them niggas don't live amongst you. Al Sharpton don't live amongst you. Them motherfuckers from BLM, Black Lives Matter, they don't live amongst you. Them dykes that led that and started that whole shit, they took all that money and they moved way out in the fucking suburbs in multi-million-dollar mansions. Them big Shirleys. They just leech off you dumb niggas, and all you dumb, low-hanging fruit niggas, y'all just eat it up. And behind them are the so-called, them Edomites, them liberal, woke Democrats. They hate y'all. They really hate y'all. And they're setting y'all up for the kill. They're promoting for y'all to be niggas and wicked and evil and wild, so that when the government finally say, you know what, they're gonna let Trump do what he gotta do. He gonna send the soldiers to Chicago. Guess what? They're gonna come here to Dallas. All these unruly nigga cities. Y'all about to get it, man. We told y'all, but we've been saying this for years. The hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. It's going to be bad. It's going to be worse than 70 AD. Back in when the Romans surrounded the city of Jerusalem, death was, you're going to see bodies piled up, man. You're going to see big carcasses of these big Shirleys laid out. You're going to see dreadlocks and blood laid all over the streets. It's going to be bad. And your babies. You see what I mean? That's the time we in right now, man. The Spirit is on me to keep pushing that vibration, because we've been pushing it for years. But now is the time to come. Read 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, the 1st verse. And at what time, right? Read it. Y'all go read it. I quoted it. I know what it says. We're in that time now, man. And I say, Barakatah Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. But those of us, the ones of us of the hopeful elect, that's why, but continue down in the things which thou hast learnt, and be assured of him which thou hast learnt them in. So we just got to continue in what we doing, and maybe the Lord will see fit to deliver us, man. He that endureth unto the end, the very same shall be saved. Remember that? So that's all we got to do, brothers. All right? But with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Told you I ain't going to make this too long. The Spirit is on me to just keep promoting that through the Spirit of the Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I say shalom to the elect.